Hi, we're Erik and Sylvia.
Welcome to our Hollywood Style Swing series. You should have already learned the basic on our previous tape. In this tape, we're going to move on to some moves that you just have to know to do Hollywood style. Let's jump on in and we'll take it bit by bit. Here we go.
All right. First move we're going to learn
is saucy kicks. Now we're just going to take these moves just one at a time and just throw them at you. We're not going to really put them in any order because these are all moves that you should know already. Even if you know these moves, still pay attention to the way we say them because I know a lot of people do them and they do them wrong. So let's try and clean them up here today, okay? Saucy kicks. The basic pattern for saucy kicks is a rock step, 6 kicks, and a rock step. So from the back, actually. After we rock step, the way the guys lead the kicks is they take the lady by the waist and by the hand here, and they rotate her in, kick, and on the step, they rotate her out, step. Then rotate her out, kick, and on the step, they rotate her in. So they're going kick, turn, okay? Now with that motion, we do a rock step, 6 kicks, and another rock step. So we rock step. This is one
step,
kick,
two
step,
three,
kick, step,
four,
kick, step, kick,
5,
6, and then we rock step. That's the basic rhythm. Now the look of these kicks, as opposed to going rock step, kick, 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 like that, is they have a little up and down motion to them first of all, and you want to keep your feet really smooth. As opposed to kicking from your hip, you want to lift the knee and kind of slide the foot across the floor. So it's up, down, up, down.
Dancing with your knees, the same thing we went over in our first videotape.
Okay, so we rock step and we kick up, down, up, down. It has a little rhythm to it there as opposed to just being, okay? So the pattern for saucy kicks, first of all, saucy kicks look like this. And rock step. Those are the 6 kicks. The first 2 go to the front just like we just did. Rock step, kick, step, kick, step. Now the second 2 kicks go to the back, like this. Now the way the guys lead that is,
on the second kick forward, we're going to turn her, following the momentum. So after we rock step, the first kick goes in, kick. As we step, we're starting to rotate out, step. When we kick with our second kick, it goes out, and as she's rotating in on the step, we're going to turn her, step, so that she's ready to kick towards the back. Okay, so you don't lose any time there. So it looks like this: rock, step, kick, turn, kick, step, kick, step. Okay? Now for the guys, the way you turn her, you use both of your hands. One, the right hand flips with your wrist like this, and you're going to create a circle here. Now she's going to turn inside that circle. If you don't create the circle, she might turn and travel forward or back or something like that. So you want to keep her here so she knows where she's supposed to stay. Your left hand goes from here or in the middle up to your left ear, and that's going to help twist her body around.
like you're answering a telephone.
Okay? So with your right hand here, you want to flick your wrist around, make it round. With your left hand, you want to bring it up to your left ear.
Hello?
Hello, just like that. Or if it's a cell phone, you go beep, boop, bop, boop, just like that. Okay? So it looks like this. Rock, step, kick, step, kick, turn, kick, step, kick, step. Okay, from here, on the step again of your second kick, so we go kick. What the guys, what the guys are going to do, the guys, as they step, they're going to end up facing the girl. Step. They just twist to the middle. Now from here, what you want to do is you want to line up her shoulder into the middle of your chest so that you're offset, so that you end up kicking in between each other's feet. Now, if you don't do this and you square up, you're going to end up either kneeing each other or clipping each other's heels when you kick. Okay?
Either way, it hurts.
Either way, that one's bad. Okay? So you want to line up her shoulder into the middle of your chest, kick, step, and then push her off for a rock step. Rock, step.
Now, the way you lead the flash kicks, as opposed to the way most people learn them, like in Savoy style, you lift and you go up, and you rock step. In Hollywood style, we don't do it that way. We lean into the kicks. So he dips forward and then back. Now, when you do the kick to the outside, I'll show you on this side for the ladies, you want to lift and you stick your butt out so that you, from here, you kick, step, kick. And you actually start with the step, lift your foot up so the kick comes high. Because you don't want to go from here, from this position here, and go and kind of get around him. So you start by lifting, whoop, on this kick.
Exactly.
Here and then kick, okay? So the whole pattern looks like this.
2 to the front, 2 to the back, 2 in the middle, and then you rock step.
We rock step.
2 to the front.
Kick, step, kick,
turn to the
kick,
back.
Step, kick,
turn in the middle.
Kick, step, kick, and then we rock, step. Now that's the basic. We always give this little analogy about this. They're called saucy kicks, which is spelled S-A-U-C-Y, not sausage kicks, okay? So they want them to look saucy, okay? Not sausage.
You don't want them to look sausage.
But the saucy, so you don't want to get out there and go, okay? Because there's nothing saucy about that, all right? Saucy means
you have to add your sauce to it, or your spice, okay? So the first spice, or the first part of your sauce, is squatting, or bending your knees.
As soon as you start the move, this type of move, lower yourself so that you get a real smooth look when you kick, and not from up here. It's hard to get a good look from this position.
Okay.
So you bend down. 2
is keeping your kicks real smooth and nice, just like that. Okay. 3, if you want to add a little bit of shoulders, you can lift your shoulders up if you want.
Arch your back, ladies, so your butt kind of sticks out. You don't want it to be.
Okay, and then 4, since this is saucy, you have to add your heartburn face. So the whole move will look like, ooh, heartburn. Ooh. Just adds it up.
The sound effects. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah. All that stuff adds to your dancing.
It's got to be a cool move, okay? Because this move can look really cheesy and like, or it can look really cute. With the dip, because the dip is a real showy part of the move. The dip isn't actually a dip. When we're to the back here, what the guys are going to do is they're going to twist like this. Now, when we add those spices we just talked about, when you both bend your knees and you raise your shoulders, and the girls are going to throw their head back when they dip, it's going to have more of a dip look, okay? Now, the more the guy squats, which Erik wasn't doing at all, the more he squats, the more she can actually kind of fall across his thigh. But even still, when it happens all in motion, kick, step, kick, turn here, okay? It's still only that much. So if I'm straight up and straight down, it's a really easy dip. It's not here all the way across him, okay? Because a lot of guys will dip like that and they can't figure out why they can't get back in time. It should be 2 beats down and 2 beats up.
Yeah, so make sure she's against your body and it's a twist to do the dip. You're not actually dipping her down.
So when you're here, you're dipped. The second thing is the higher up on her back you reach, the easier it is to maintain her weight. If your hand's down here and she dips,
you won't be able to get her back up. There's too much weight on top of your hand. If it's up here, you can twist it, especially with Sylvia because her head doesn't weigh a lot. Ooh, I'm just playing. Okay, so the move again, we'll do it from a basic, so it's easy to get it down of it.
Triple step, we rock, step. Kick, step, kick,
to the back.
Turn and tip.
In the middle.
Kick, step, kick, and then you got to say
rock,
twist.
step.
So they see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
From the back, and Erik's going to say where we twist this time. 5, 6, 7, and rock, step.
To the front.
Kick, step, kick, turn,
twist.
Kick, step, kick, twist. Kick, step, kick, and then we rock, step.
Okay? So that's it with saucy kicks. We're going to move on to...
We can move on to switches.
Switches.
Okay, jumping to another end of the spectrum here. Switches for the girls. Well, switches for both of us, but the girls actually get all the attention here. This is a girl's chance to shine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the basic and then maybe 1 or 2 variations of it. And then in the next tape, we'll go over many more variations of it. We do this from an 8 count. We'll do it from 8 count on the video. You can do this from 6 count, a send out, a sugar push, whatever you want. We're going to do it from a whip. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and switch, and switch, and switch. Okay? These are switches, all right, basically. Now, a really basic version, footwork-wise, for the girls. From our whip here, this is 7 and 8. If you saw the first tape, we talked about that prepping that triple when you go into switches to the left. So we're going to go 7 and 8. So it starts over here. Then our 1 and 2 is going to go kick, ball change, and kick, ball change, and kick, ball change. That's the footwork. For the ladies, again, on our first video, we talked about a kick, ball change, but it's right, you roll the weight through the ball of your right foot and then back to your left. So it's right, ball change, okay? A couple of rules for the ladies on switches. 1, isolating your movement, okay? This isn't a twist where your whole body moves. It's basically the bottom half of you. Now, if you want your shoulders to move, that's fine, but make sure they move nice and smooth with your body so that it doesn't take away from the movement. That's fine, but don't make a big movement up here again like we talked about. This will be what everybody looks at, not this. The second thing is, pretend that you're a compass, the pencil kind of compass. He's the point and you're the pencil drawing the circle on the outside. I'll start here. My footwork should should stay on that circle. So I should go open here and open here.
So her feet are ending up drawing the line of the circle.
Okay, and if you see, I'm flat here as opposed to going and breaking into the circle here.
Yeah, breaking her foot in.
Okay, you want to stay flat, all right? The third thing for the ladies is bending your knees and keeping your knees close to each other. Because a lot of girls want to make wide swivels or dramatic swivels, and they get their legs really far out here, and it really kills the movement. The closer you keep your feet on the actual ball change part, you're going to get a really nice swivel because you're going to see your knees really swing past each other. I always say, here we go again with the scary pants. I say try and pass your knee through your knee pit like this. Your knee pit, anatomy with Erik and Sylvia, so that you get this looks really, really dynamic. Then your kick can be open if you want to get that big look, but the ball change should always be close like this, okay? And always around that circle, all right? Now there's that sort of switch, which is just a kickball change repetition. So again, from a whip, it looks like this. We'll start here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, okay? For that basic switch, there's a few things you can do with your hand. Many things you can do with your hand, but first thing I don't want to see you doing is this, back and forth, because you don't really see that in the old movies, and again, this is like saying, hey, look at my hands, look up here, and what you want them to see is your butt and your hips and your knees and stuff, because that's where all the action is. So try and eliminate this movement in a switch, okay? If you want to, you can just stick your hand behind your back. That's fine. It's the most boring thing, but it's the least dangerous when you're doing your switch. It's not gonna affect it one way or the other. There's a few things you can do. You can keep your arm out to the side if you want, which I think is nice. That's a really nice looking way. You can do directional. I like to say you can move your hand, but you say, and then look down here, and look up, and look down here. And at least then there's a specific movement, and you're telling them what you want them to do.
For the guys.
For the guys.
Yeah, for the guys. Okay, your footwork and movement is very easy. And it's very simple. What you're going to do is you're going to keep 1 and 2 going. After you finish 7 and 8 of your Lindy circle, instead of rock stepping, I want you to do a touch, step, and then you switch your feet. Touch, step, touch, step. Each one of these takes 2 beats. 1, 2, and 1, 2. What that does is it synchronizes your switches so that whenever you move your left foot, you could always rock step instead of doing a touch step. So you could end up doing 4 counts of switches, 8 counts of switches, 6, however many. Your hand, what your hand's going to do is we call it over the bridge or over the barrel. It's going to go up and over. Okay? This movement is going to lead the switch. Now what we always say that you should try to keep all of your movements to a minimum. So when I lead Sylvia in switches, I'll start her in the switches and then I'll relax my hand. Boom. And then I keep my hand still here. Because then people look at the actual movement instead of, the faster the song gets, the more violent this moves. Okay? So start her in the switches and then mellow everything out. Okay? Now again, the same thing with the guys. For your free hand, you can do whatever you want with it. As long as it's not taken away from you. As long as it's not doing this, because that'll take away from your dancing. You have it done by your side. It can be natural. You can snap it. You can point at the girl.
You like the finger?
Give people the guns. Yeah, you could always do this one. You could always shake your hand like this. Whatever you want. Okay? But when you're in switches, if you keep your footwork going, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Whenever I move this foot, I can end up rock stepping, and she's on her regular swivel. Okay? Now a couple variations for the guys. Instead of keeping your free foot planted, some people like to roll their toes out. Okay?
Show them from the front.
It's from here. Boom, boom. Okay? Some people like to go straight out, or you could go diagonals, either forward or back, whichever ones you want. Okay? There's one.
No one's looking at you at this point, guys, though.
Yeah.
They're all looking at her.
Yeah, the focal point of this move is a girl. Guys, if you want to, you could do a tap ball change behind. Tap, ball change, tap, ball change, tap, ball change, tap, ball change. Same thing as your kick ball change, but instead of doing a kick ball change, just tap, ball change. It's left, left, right. Okay? It's doing the exact same thing. You're keeping your same rock step. Okay? You're keeping everything in 2 beats. All right? So switches. We'll do 8 counts, just so you can practice it with numbers. From a swing out.
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6,
7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rock, step, triple step. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay?
With music. Let's try that with music.
Let's try it with music.
We'll actually do 2 full 8s of switches so you can get a feeling of how they travel around.
Here we go.
Here's the moment we've been waiting for. We're cheek to cheek on the ballroom floor. If you don't know what to...
Okay, so now we're going to go over switches and saucy kicks with music.
Yes.
And I changed my outfit so it looks even better when I do it.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, switches, saucy kicks, and we'll just do a little transition in between so you can see how they play together.
And we'll add in all of our styling
Yeah,
that we showed
we'll
in
add
the
in the
switches.
variations.
Okay? Here we go.
Here's the moment we've been waiting for. We're cheek to cheek on the ballroom floor. If you don't know what to say, may I suggest that surefire topic game? We can talk about the latest news.
Okay, our next move is Savoy kicks. Savoy kicks is kind of like the Hollywood style Charleston. It's a variation of the Charleston, and it looks like this.
It's 8 beats long.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2.
Okay?
From the back, break it down for you. Just like the regular Charleston, up to 7, it's exactly the same as that. So if you already know the regular Charleston, which I'm assuming that everyone does, it looks like this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
On the count of 8, we're going to take our free foot, which is ladies left, guys right, and we're going to knock our other foot out. And that's 8. Okay? So up to 8, it looks like this. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, we'll try that sideways, like this.
5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can kind of see that movement. From here, you're going to use the momentum you've created with that kick out to bring your foot around and tap on 2. So this is 7, this is 8, 1, 2, and you tap on 2. Okay, so from the back, it looks like this. 5, 6, 7, and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2.
Now it starts over.
There we go.
It's going to start over again on 3. This tap is taking the place of your regular rock step or your regular 1, 2. This is 1, 2. We start over. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Okay? So, the way the guys lead this pattern is, and you can rewind that as many times as you want to get that rhythm. The way the guys lead this is up to 7 the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually up to 6 the same. When we go to bring our feet behind, guys, you're going to dip your body forward and keep her with you so it brings her leg back. Okay? From this position, guys, you keep your arm really solid. When you knock your other foot out, it whoop, knocks her foot out, and she has to complete the pattern on her own. So you wouldn't technically be able to lead this with someone that didn't know the pattern at all. She would have to know the variation, or maybe by the second or third one she'd catch on. But don't assume that any girl you grab, you can lead the whole pattern. You
Yeah,
can
it's
lead
the same
into
thing
it.
with Charleston. She doesn't know the Charleston. You wouldn't really be able to lead the pattern by just going forward and back.
Okay.
Okay?
So you lead into it again like this. We 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Dip
lean
forward.
forward, up, and tap.
Now, usually you only have to do that for the first one, and then you're kind of like in Savoy kick mode. Okay? Then the only thing you would do is wait until after you tap and lead a rock step out of it.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put on some music, and we're going to show you how that looks with music. We'll do 2 towards you and 2 away, so you can see the body movement and the hands, and then we'll show you from the back. Here we go. From a basic.
Here's the moment we've been waiting for. We're cheek to cheek on the ballroom floor. If you don't know what to say, may I suggest
so that's Savoy kicks. A couple variations on Savoy kicks. You can turn your feet to the outside when you do your tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the way the guys do that is from this position here, from 7, when they kick the foot out and they go to tap, they turn towards the lady, whoop, and you complete it with a kick here. Okay?
Okay, so those will look like this. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2.
In the back, it looks like this.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7.
Turn
8.
towards her here. Okay, getting out of it from one basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. From that tap, guys, rotate her out, rock, step. Her right foot's free after the tap, and it leaves her open to rock, step.
Or a kickball change, whichever one you're comfortable with.
But just as in Charleston, you can be creative with that and play around with how you want to get in and out of that. That's fine.
Okay.
That's no problem.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go on to
The quick stop.
the quick stop.
Okay? The quick stop is a nice break, it's a nice ending, or it's just a nice move you can put in a song. We'll teach the basic quick stop and then a couple of variations on it. A basic quick stop looks like this.
Now the quick stop is it's a underarm turn in your swing out, but you're pausing at the end. So it looks like this.
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. And that's a quick stop, okay? Now, up to 3 and 4, it's the same as your regular whip. You bring her in, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, what Erik and I do as a lead, so that I know this is coming, it isn't necessarily universal, but we've taught a lot of people, so it kind of is now, is we prep on 4. This way he doesn't have to call it, although there's no shame in that, but this way he doesn't have to call it. I know something different's coming because he's prepping so early. And I have an extra minute to think about it.
It's just easier for the girl if she knows beforehand what you're doing.
This is 4 here. We turn and step on 5, just like a regular whip. 5. Now, you want her to be in the place you're going to quick stop her by 5. So make sure that she's square here by turning 180 degrees, okay? This is the 5 position. On 6, guys, you're going to use your right hand only. This left hand is used just as a guide. Ladies, you're going to take your right foot, which should be free now. You're going to tap it right behind your left foot. And as he turns you under and unwinds you, you're going to transfer your weight to that right foot that you've just tapped down, okay? But wait until you're all the way unwound. So from this position, actually, from this position, you 3 and 4. This is 5. Ladies, we tap behind, and as we unwind, you transfer your weight to the right and you sit down. Okay, for the fellas.
Okay, for the fellas, when you get into 3 and 4 position here, we prepped on 4, we turn on 5. Now, as you turn her, you're going to anchor back on your 6th foot, which is your left foot. As you anchor around, this hand stays up, and as she's coming around, this drops, and that's what leads the whole quick stop there.
Whoa.
Okay, so a couple things will happen if you don't do that. One, if you make your left hand round, guys, what's going to happen?
Bring her weight forward.
Yeah, it's going to bring her weight forward, and she'll always fall out of the quick stop because her
Like that.
momentum's coming around.
Okay, you want to keep it straight up and down.
You want it to come up. When you turn her, it drops straight down. Okay, because then it'll end up looking walk, triple step, bring it straight down.
And nice and solid. Okay, a couple things you want to think about when you're doing the quick stop. First of all, your final position. Since the quick stop is a break, it's a pose and it's like a picture. So you want to make sure that when you stop, it's not in some weird way. You want to make sure that wherever your ending position is, it's pretty, however you want it to look. Doesn't mean it has to look like us. It doesn't mean it has to look like Gene in the Groovy Movie. It just has to be something pretty that you like the end position. Even if it's something kind of funny, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. For the ladies, you can be square to him like this. You can be open like this. That's up to you. Just decide. The closer you put your feet together, though, the more solid your base is, the more dramatic your pike is going to be. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If this is 5, and if 6, I do this, it's just going to be kind of like a lunge. It's not going to be more like a quick stop. The closer my feet are together here, the more it actually has that position, but it's more support that way. So you have to decide what you really like.
Okay, now, one of the most important things about the quick stop. So when you actually do the quick stop, when you actually do the quick stop, the drop part of it, you want to end up sitting and not leaning. If we lean away from each other,
it's really heavy.
Our feet are going to start sliding towards each other, okay, because our weight's going straight to the floor. If we sit, we're more supported, and it's really light
Yeah,
here.
it's not self-supporting though, but it's much lighter than leaning back.
Okay, you're just supporting her weight, but you're not holding her up. Okay, and that's where you want to get. So when you're in 5, What we always do is we always tell everybody to practice what we call the melt away.
Which is in practice.
What you do is you would both hit 6, standing up, and then you both start from here and you sit away from each other to get a nice cut right there. That's good.
Okay, till you
and
get
that's
the
your nice
comfortable
comfortable spot. And then the next time you do the quick stop, you just hit that comfortable spot that you just made. 5, 6.
Okay, that felt good.
That's good.
And talk about it. See, that worked yet?
Okay?
That one worked, Eric.
So that's the quick stop. Now coming out of the quick stop, we're going to show you a very basic way. Again, you could style this however you want. You could figure out different ways to come out of the quick
If
stop.
you're partners, you can choreograph something. A lot of the old timers told us that switches and the quick stop were the ladies' time to shine. So they let her go as long as she wanted to in switches. And when she was ready to come in, she gave them the cue that she was ready to come in. Same with the quick stop. They let the lady quick stop as long as she wanted and do whatever little fancy thing she wanted to come out of it. And then when she was done, then he brought her in. So a lot of guys don't honor that today, but it's a nice idea. What Eric usually does is from the quick stop, we're here on 6, we hold the beat of 7, on and 8, he does a badam, and 8, then we come in 1, 2. For the ladies, your footwork. It's hard by ourselves, but I'll show you. We're here in our quick stop position. He's gonna lead a badam, and I always like for you to badam right-left, because that sets you up for a right-footed rock step. So since your weight's planted on the right, I'd like you to drop your right heel, right, left, and bring your foot out. It's okay if you're twisted because you come in 1 and 2. So from this direction, this is 3 and 4. We have 5, this is 6, hold 7 and 8. Drop your right heel and 8. Then we come in 1, 2. Okay, for the guys?
Okay, for the guys, your weight's back here, 6. Okay, so what you're gonna do is when you go up, you're gonna do the exact same thing. You're gonna do a heel step. It's left, right, and 8. And then left, right. Your badam should always prep your rock step, so it should always be the same foot as your rock step.
So without stopping, it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, hit 6, hold 7 and 8, and 1, 2. Now, if you want to, hitting 6 is difficult for some people. So if in practice you find that it's just so quick to hit 6, you can hit 7, that's fine. We usually try and hit 6 because a phrase of music is 8 beats long. If you really, really care about that stuff, some people do. And if you hit 6, you can hold the beat of 7 and come out on and 8. And the entire move with the break and everything is an 8 beats long. If you hit a little bit later, like on 7, you have to hold 8 and 1 and come out on and 2. So then it makes it a 10 count move, which is fine. It's not the end of the world, but it's just a longer break. So if you hit 7, you would have to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2. So it doesn't matter. Either one's correct. We've seen them both done in the old movie, so they're both fine. You can choose which one you want. The 6 looks a little sharper, though. As you saw, the 7 was a little bit slower, and then you hit the 6 is zoom, right away. So it's whichever one you choose.
And now all of this is just doing all this that we just explained is for doing the quick stop as a move. If you're going to hit a break, you would just hold the quick stop for as long as the break is, and then you come out of it afterwards.
And the way you do that is by doing the badam, or letting the girl dictate when that happens.
Yeah, guys, so when you're in the quick stop, your arm and everything should be solid. So that when you badam with your feet, she feels it in her hand right here. So everything you do, badam, she'll feel it in your lead, in the connection. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the quick stop to music. We're going to do a basic, and then we'll do a quick stop on 6, and then a basic and a quick stop on 7 to show you guys the differences. Okay?
Let's do it from open. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That was 6.
Now here's the one on 7.
So as you can see, the break on the 7 is longer. So you can kind of see how that played with the music both ways. Any tips for them about the quick step before we go?
Mainly for the guys, one thing is after you do the quick stop, your palm's going to end down, and her palm is going to, you're kind of in opposite lead position here. Okay, so what you do, I'll do it this way so you can see. When you're in your quick stop here, you come out of it, and 8, okay? You're going to bring her in this way, 1, 2. When you get connection with this hand, 3 and 4, that's when you switch your hand around. 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Now, a couple quick variations for the ladies. Some girls never find the quick stop is comfortable for them. Either they've that bad knees or a bad back, or they just think it's off balance. One thing you can do, which is a variation that I learned from a movie called Swing Fever with Gene Veloz dancing in it, is a quick stop open. It's the same lead for the guy. The girl just determines if she wants to do the position or she wants to do open. The footwork is 2 triples in a row. So I'll show you open first. 1, 2, triple step, and triple step, and it ends open. So this way, if you don't want to lock your legs up, you don't have to. Okay, girls, we're going to do it once by ourselves so you can see the footwork for the open quick stop. Our basic is 1, 2, triple step. That's up to 3 and 4 is the same. When we go ahead and step with our left, he's going to turn us, and we step, step, open. And it's a little lunge here, okay? So again with the fellas, and the guys' footwork, arm work, everything is exactly the same. This is just an option for the girls. We walk, walk, triple step, and triple step. You can do something cute with your, give them a wink or something. And then the ending's the same, and 1, 2. So all that's the same. That's just another variation. The third variation is the same exact footwork as the last one, triple step, triple step. We call this the Gene pause because we learned this from Gene Veloz. It looks like this. 1, 2, triple step, and triple step. And it's just a little square, although more like that when it's done properly. So from the back, the ladies, same footwork. I walk, walk, triple step, and triple step. And it's just a freeze open like this. And the same thing, right, left, and 1, 2. So those are 3 options that you can use. Open, open square, or a regular old quick stop, either way you want it. And be creative when you're doing the quick stop so you can play with all different kinds of variations and do fun stuff. Okay, now we're going to move on to some styling. Kind of jump to the other end of the spectrum here with some styling for a while. The first thing we're going to teach you is a styling that we call the triple triple. And what it is, it's a regular swing out footwork, but instead of doing walk, walk, triple, it's going to sound like walk, walk, triple step. Then we hold the beat of 7 and we come out on and 8. The basic variation is very simple and very basic, but the opportunities are endless for this one because you can put tons of styling on this, and then we'll show you at the end how to play with it. We'll teach you a couple variations and we'll show you how to play. The basic looks like this. Walk, walk, triple step, now triple step, hold 7 and 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, hold 7 and 8. So that's the basic. For the ladies, sorry, I have something in my eye. For the ladies, we step right, left, touch, whichever you already do is fine. From here, we transfer our weight, and our second 5 and 6, which is normally left, right, is going to go left, right, left. So we turn and left, right, left. And when you're doing a basic, you kind of want to sit into it. So from this way, we 1, 2, triple step, and triple sit. So that when you go together, it has a little pike look like this. 1, 2, triple step, and triple stop. And it kind of goes, whoa, and then comes back in, as opposed to just going and ending straight up and down.
Okay, this is for the guys. Okay, up to 3 and 4, it's the same as a regular whip. 1, 2, 3, and 4, here. Now, you're not doing a whip anymore, so I don't want you to do your 5 and 6 footwork. Instead, you're still doing a shoulder twist, you're still spotting around, but you're going to start your triple step behind. Triple step. You're going to end up sitting on your right foot because it's right, left, right. Now, this ending position, you can be here. You can gauge that however you want. We were talking about that on our first tape. Okay? You can make that any kind of position you want to end in. Together, it looks like this. Walk, walk, triple step, and 8. Okay? Now, again, just to re-say this, if you will.
To re-say it.
To re-say it. The ladies could do this whenever they want. The guys could do this whenever they want. It's a personal styling. We're just doing it and teaching it together so it's quicker. Okay? Now, to move on to the V slide.
This is a variation. We like to teach the, this is a variation because it kind of, it follows the structure we want you to follow when you're making up your own stuff. So, a V slide looks like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, bum, bum, and 1. You have to do the sound effects too if you want it to work right.
Bum, bum. If you do that every time, you'll never miss it.
Okay, so don't be afraid. This can be a real slide or a fake slide, and we'll show you both ways. For the ladies, we're going to go, I'll start here. Our footwork is going to go right, left, right, left, right. When we do our left, right, left, we're going to end with our feet, our knees bent and our feet together. So we turn triple bend. Because a slide coming from here is much more dynamic than a slide coming from here. Doesn't look like anything, okay? So same for the guys. Their right, left, right triple is gonna end right, left, right with their knees together.
So we go rock, step, triple step, triple step. We're together.
Okay? So together it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. From here, you're gonna put your, well, you explain it actually better.
Okay? From here, you're gonna start with your toes, and you're gonna make a V, and they're gonna use these muscles here to make the slide.
And at the end, you boing, and pop your knees straight so that it kind of gives it a punch at the end.
Okay, this is 7 and 8.
8.
And then you start over again with 1, 2. Okay, now they call this a V slide because you want to angle your feet in a V, so you use these big muscles here instead of keeping your feet straight and just using the side muscles. It's harder to make a slide. Okay? Now,
I was going to show the ladies by themselves.
Okay.
So for the ladies, after our 5 and 6, we're going to point our toes out and push to the floor. That 7 and 8 is right, left again, and we start over. So it looks like 1, 2, triple step, triple bend, slide open, and 8, and 1, 2.
okay, for the guys. 1, 2, triple step, slide open, and 8.
And then we start
Okay?
over. So
Then
together.
we start over. So together, it looks like this.
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, slide open, and 8, and 1, 2.
Now, if you can't do the slide, if you have sticky shoes or if you're on a sticky dance floor, that's fine. We can do the fake slide.
Get on your side. So ladies, our 5 and 6 went 5 and 6.
Guys, right, left, right.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to end in the same position, but you're going to keep in mind that these are the feet that your weight is on. Ladies left, guys right. What we're going to do is you're going to do this. Whoop, bring your weight to the center and transfer it open like this. So your knees bent. You're going to straighten and open. At the same time you do that, you're going to rotate your toes out so that it goes whoop, and it still looks somewhat like a slide.
So when we
Okay.
turn around from here,
Whoop.
ooh, ow, ooh.
Start further apart. Right here. Whoop. And it still kind of looks like a slide. It doesn't look as good as the one where you actually slide through the floor, but it's still a slide.
And especially if you do the fake slide, if you make it small, make it here, okay, even if it doesn't go shoulder width, it's fine. The smaller the fake slide is, the better, because then it looks more like a real slide. The bigger you get it, they'll see it's fake.
So it's going to sound like walk, walk, triple step, triple together, slide open, and 8.
Now, keep in mind that this styling is better with slower music, okay, to medium tempo when it gets too fast, because the slide only takes a half a beat. It's just 7 and 8. Okay, so when the music gets faster, it might be a little bit rushed.
Speaking of music, let's try it with music. We'll do a few
Alrighty.
with music, so you can kind of see how it fits. Okay, you can also use this slide when you're, at any time in your 6 counts. So for ladies, it happens right after our left, right, left triple. So anytime we're doing our left, right, left, which is our second triple in a basic 6 count, we can do it. For example, both of us together in a sugar push. Rock, step, triple together, slide open, and 8, or and 1, any way you look at it. In a send out, the same thing, ladies, we can rock, step, triple step, whoosh, bottom, and 1, 2. So anytime you have a regular 6 count, you can do it. It takes the place of your rock step, like in a sugar push or a send out. You can do it there too. That's a fun way to play with the V slide. Another variation on the triple for the ladies is what we call a butt roll, and you can do this in a 6 count also, but in a swing out it looks like this. 1, 2, triple step, triple bend. We pop our butts, we step back on our left, and we walk in. So without stopping, it looks like 1, 2, triple step, and we 1, 2. So ladies, your footwork. We 1, 2, 3, and 4. This time, instead of ending with our feet together and our knees bent, we end with our feet apart and our knees bent. So we triple step. This is 5 and 6. Now I know this looks like an awful position, but it's for a moment on the dance floor. You're here. What's actually going to happen is, Eric, come here. Sen, he's going to support me here for a second. The move isn't this, just straighten your legs. The move is like someone came behind you and took a cane and pulled your pelvis back and back in. So this is 5 and 6, this is 7, 8. And 8, you don't necessarily have to step onto your left, but keep in mind that you want your weight to end on your left so that you can come in on your right foot. A lot of girls go 7, 8, and then they're on their right foot, and it's hard to walk in again, of course. So it looks like, we'll actually do it this way. 1, 2, triple step, triple bend, 7, and we 1, 2. Okay?
From the side.
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and bend, 7, 8, and 1, 2. The floor's slippery. Okay? Let's try that one with music real quick. And a sugar push. Okay.
Okay, now, the number one question people usually ask me when we do these variations or these stylings in 6 count, especially like in the sugar push, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Now, whether we do the butt roll or V-slide, that happens on 7 and 8. They're wondering if they should either rock step or come right back in for a triple step. That doesn't really matter because everything happens in beats of 2.
So
Okay,
if
so
you're
if you
counting
add an extra styling, you could either rock step or bring her in for the triple step.
If you're thinking in the pieces, if you're thinking in 2 triples and a rock step, the first triple is regular. The second triple you prep, triple step. The rock step, you're doing this. So if you want to come out on, and this would be like N6, if you want to come out with a rock step, just lead her in a rock step. Or if you want to come out with a triple, that's going to stay within your basic, and that's just going to keep a 6 count move.
Okay,
So-
same thing on send outs or walkthroughs or anything. You could either add an extra 2 beats to rock step her, or you could start back in with the next triple.
Fellas always get nervous when they're in a pattern and they think, oh, the girl's going to get confused. Believe us, guys, we're really on our toes most of the time, and we know where we're at. So you can always do an extra rock step. She can always kickball change or add an extra twist. There's no problem with doing that, with adding extras. Okay?
Okay?
Jumping around, again, to some more styling. With the triple triple, I was going to say, you can really play with this and use a lot of variations. Any boogie steps that you already know. For example, if you know how to Shorty George, if you know how to Susie Q, if you know just like boogie walks and stuff, you can use anything that you already know movement-wise, the half break, okay, in the triple triple. So for example, like for the girls, we can do a Shorty George. We can 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. We're here on our left. Our right foot is free. 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? We can 5 and 6. 7, 8, 1, 2. Triple step. Anything you already know, and especially for the girls, we're lucky because our right foot is free at the end of our triple, and we learn most boogie steps with our right foot, like a Shorty George. So we have a lot of options. The guys have to practice them because they're used to doing them on their right foot, and now they have their left free. But you can really, really play with that. Any little slides, any little thing you already know, try and fit it there. You have a lot more time than you would in a normal swing out with your normal footwork.
Okay?
Okay.
And again, you guys could practice those together, or you could do them individual. Doesn't really matter. Okay?
Styling for the girls, I call it like kind of like the Hollywood style fast landing technique. It's these little kicky things. Everybody always says, "Oh, what is that little kicky thing you do?" It looks like this. One.
Actually, let's do it this way.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Kick, 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 ball change, and twist, twist. Okay? It's your same footwork that you always do. So for the ladies, we 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, when we turn to step onto our left foot, like we always do, instead of just stepping on it like this, left, and leaving our right foot on the floor, we're going to step on it and boom, and kick our other foot out. Okay? So this is 5. When we do the same thing on 6, instead of just stepping on it on 6, this is 5. We're going to go 6, and we step onto our right like we normally do on 6. We pop our left foot out. Then on our 7 and 8, we're going to do a right-footed kickball change, 7 and 8. Now what that actually is it's actually 5, 6, and 7 and 8. Okay? So from 3 and 4, we're here. This is 5, 6, and 7 and 8. Okay? So if you want to count it with numbers, this is 3 and 4. Our right-footed kick is 5. Our left-footed kick is 6. 7 we step. So this is and. 7 is our kick, and 8 is our ball change. But when you actually do it, it's going to sound more like kick, 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 ball change. So it's going to sound like 1, 2, 3, and 4, kick, 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 ball change, and twist, twist. Because you're rushing that and 7, okay? So what I want you to think about, from 3 and 4 here, ladies, I want you to think about kick with your right, kick with your left, and kick ball change with your right. And don't think about so much stepping on the left because that'll confuse you if you break it down too much. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2. Now I just dropped to the left on my kick ball change because I think it kind of dramatizes it, but you can just go kick, 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 ball change, and walk again, okay? You don't have to do the dropping on the triple step.
Okay,
And the kick ball change.
let's try that to music. We'll show you this angle over here.
Okay?
Good.
That's the kick ball change. That's pretty easy once you get it in your muscles, but it's nice sometimes when a guy's dancing really fast. Planting your weight sometimes and letting your other foot stay on the floor really grounds you. This is much more light, and you can move a lot faster that way. So it helps sometimes to learn that and put that into practice different places and see how it makes you feel. Nice and light.
Okay, so now what we're going to do, the next style is the guy stepping out on 5. It looks like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2. Okay? You can make this really mellow or you can make it really dramatic. Okay, up to 3 and 4, it's the same. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's what we always do. Instead of turning and stepping out here on 5, what we're going to do is we're going to step straight through and we're going to send the lady behind us. 5. Then we're going to use 6, 7 to spin all the way around to face her. 6, 7, and 8 is our same left, right that we always do. Then we start over again with 1, 2. Okay? So to show you this side, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1, 2. Okay, now you can step out, or from 3 and 4, you can end up jumping out to make it real dramatic. Okay, you can do whatever you want with it. You can have your free foot high, and it doesn't really matter. You can style that however you want. Okay, another styling that comes out of this is the same exact footwork. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's what we call the mill slide. For the guys, when you step out on 5, that's with your right foot. 6, what you're going to do is you're going to put your feet together and twist. 6, 7, you slide them out. 7, just like the V slide, and 8. Okay, so from here, this is 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, when you do this and you get comfortable with it, you don't want it to break. You want it to flow all the way through. So instead of 5, 6, 7, and 8, it's 5, 6, 7, and 8. Looks like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
And you don't want to have the claw when you do it.
Yes.
It's thinking.
The thinking claw. Okay?
That's more like the thinking cup.
Yeah.
The shoulder blade cup.
Exactly. Okay? So those are a couple of different variations for the guys, and we'll do those to music.
And I'll add the kick ball change just so you see how it works with this fast tempo.
Why do the old folks make a fuss, scratch their heads and stare at us?
What else can it be but a faulty?
Okay, the next move we're going to do is called the cuddle.
The Hollywood style cuddle, if you will.
The cuddle looks like this. Okay? Now what we'll do is we'll break it down. Okay, you're in hand-in-hand position. After the girls, you rock step the girls, 1, 2. On 3, 4, what you're going to do, instead of doing a rock step, triple step, we're going to do, the footwork is rock step, walk, walk, triple step, triple step.
Now, ladies, on a social dance floor, you won't necessarily know that he's going to do a walk, walk. So if that's the case, you do a triple, rock, step, triple step. It's going to bring your weight forward, and he's going to do another triple step, okay? Now, we got this off of an old movie that Dean Collins made this move. So the way he did it is he did it with 2 triples in a row. You can do it either way you want. We're going to teach it easy and flashy and nice, and you choose the way you like it. rock, step, walk, walk, okay? When he rolls you, he's gonna dip you down to lead that triple step after the 2 walks, okay? Again, like I said, if you do a triple, it's gonna look like this. I'll show the ladies this way. If we go rock, step, triple step, now triple step, he's gonna kind of force you into that movement either way. If you know it's coming, either he calls it or you can kind of feel that it feels a little bit sharper than a regular cuddle, you can go ahead and take those 2 walks. Rock, step, walk, walk, triple step, and kickball change, okay? But it's basically 4 beats and a 6-beat move. With numbers, it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like a 6-count basic.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Okay.
2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. There we go.
Okay, so after we bring her in, rock step, walk, walk, we do 2 triples, triple step. From here, we're gonna roll her out to do a kickball change. Kickball change, okay? Then on our next triples, we're gonna do a regular 8-count footwork pattern, or our Lindy footwork pattern. On the first triple step, we're gonna prep. Triple step. Okay, we prep right above her head. Then on the walk, walk, triple step, the guys are gonna use their right hand to unwind her.
And you're gonna do a turn
Walk,
here, a turn
walk,
here, and a
triple
triple step. So we're gonna do a triple turn, and we have 4 beats to do that. So normally a girl can do 2 beats, 2 spins and 2 beats. So now we're just doing 3 and 4. So that should be no problem for you.
Okay, so the whole move.
Rock, step, walk, walk, triple step, triple now. We rock,
kickball change, prep,
triple step, we spin, spin, triple step, and rock, step. But I keep spinning off balance. Up to tempo again. We walk, 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 triple step, triple, and we kickball change, prep, spin,
walk,
spin,
walk,
triple step, and rock, step. Okay? The last, from this position, if we break it down in 2s, this is 1, 2, this is 1, 2, this is 1 and 2, 1 and 2. From here, it's 8 counts, so make sure you're doing a rock, step, triple step, 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 triple step, and rock, step. So it has a regular 8-count rhythm. Although we're going to start with the kickball change, but of course you can do either, whichever you want. Just make sure that when you lead that, fellas, that you really rotate her out. So either way you get this kind of look, whether she rock steps, whether she kickball changes, it doesn't matter what she does, but it still has that rotation, so the prep has a nice beginning. Okay? So let's see that with music. Fix myself here.
How about a fond, indulgent smile when the species juvenile
Follow nature's scheme in pursuing their dizzy dream. We're young and foolish, wet behind the ears, they say.
Great. Okay, well, thank you so much for spending your time with us. We hope you enjoyed yourself. We hope you learned something. We want to remind you of a few things. Remember to have fun when you're practicing. Really, really, really have fun. This is a fun dance. Practice, watch yourself in the mirror, dance by yourself. We always like to say that. Would you like to add anything?
We're gonna close out the video by dancing all the moves we learned. We might throw in a couple extra ones.
Maybe. And the styling. We'll throw in the styling, kind of get an idea what they all feel like strung together.
So here we go.
Oh, tell me what were you thinking when you threw that lamp at me? Oh, honey, what were you thinking when you locked me out till 3? Why aren't we happy?
After all, we're 2 kids in love.
Slow.
We're acting scrappy. I don't know why you had to give me that shove. Now, sweetheart, what are we doing? Bickering night and day. Remember when we were cooing in a little hideaway? We're just too harried.
we need time to focus on us.
So let's get married.